We can't talk breaking without talking Breaking 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Breaking 2 was a little more, they tried to get the Hollywood aspect because they didn't think that breakdancing would last, so they just rushed the movie and they bought these theater people, singlers. We need something big. We need pastels. This is the ghetto. We need some brights and we need paper, some bathrooms over here. People. Now, Turbo and Ozone, we were subjected to the Hollywood machine. That's why people say Breaking was better than Breaking 2, because you can see it.
Yeah.
Big old elaborate Broadway shows, stage shows in Boyle Heights. But at the end of the day, the best thing about Breaking 2, they added color to the ghetto. We came back to the neighborhood not trying to be Prada, Dada, or bring a Gucci Mane kind of attitude. We came back to the barrio to make stage productions for a charitable cause, to help the people, and we keep it in the hood. So if people kind of look beyond the script and quit dumping on it, it actually kind of like gave hope to some kids who are like, yeah, you know what? I may not be over here in Beverly Hills or whatever, but I'll make my Vado my Beverly Hills. I'll shine my car the best I can and car wash. Breaking 2 resembled just people working together. Even though we're different races, you could be Chicano, Asian, it don't matter. We dance and we provide for our families. This is now not just a hip hop movie. This movie, and hip hop wasn't even a title back then. That's why they didn't call it. If you look at it, was street dance. They always said street. They didn't call it hip hop. So or dubstep. It was a dance movie, but they realized, okay, now when he did that broom scene, it took it from the streets to the stage. And the guy that staged it, he was from the original West Side Story. Guy Hyman Rogers, he said, wow, this is turning into
a ghetto West Side Story.
A ghetto West Side Story.
Yeah.
And I was doing my best version of Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
Fred Astaire danced in Royal Wedding and did that dance with the coat rack. Now I'm doing my little shtick right there on Melrose and Heliotrope in Hollywood. And somehow or another, with the right editing and the right music, it turned out to be a very respected hip-hop theatrical piece. Now, this is what I'm tripping out. I just did my job back then, but I had no idea that I was actually being known as one of the first to do a hip-hop theatrical piece.
Breaking 2, I could just imagine the Hollywood executives after Breaking 1 became a hit and made $40 million. They're like, oh my God, guys, we need to do part 2. Let's do part 2. Hurry up before the wave. Let's jump on this wave. And they threw together a movie called Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. And in my opinion, the only good thing about Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo was that beautiful Latina chick that Turbo was chasing throughout the movie. You remember her? What happened to her? Oh my God, the girl with the curly hair. She was so beautiful. So beautiful. I've been searching for her literally for years. Like if I tried, oh my God, I wish I could get an interview with her. I don't know. She just disappeared. That was her only thing in the Hollywood limelight. That was her thing. And she disappeared. But y'all remember Breaking 2? If you know Breaking 2, there was a Hispanic chick dancing on stage when Turbo goes to the park, and there's a bunch of chicks dancing on stage, and she's the one that stands out. And I'm just like, oh. She was delicious as a kid. I remember thinking she is delicious. And as a 6-year-old, I would love a taste of her. I just remember thinking that she was one of the first girls I had a crush on, was that Hispanic chick that was in Breaking 2. But Breaking 2, man, they did a little too much for Breaking 2. A little too much. But wait, before we go, how could I even talk about Breaking 2 and not talk about Club Radiotron? Club Radiotron was a real place in Los Angeles, but it was known as Club Radio. They added the Tron for I don't know, because Hollywood likes to do dumb shit like that. So they added the Tron. It was Club Radio. And it was in fact this club where the youth went to dance and to battle and to show off their skills.
Radiotron was on 7th and Alvarado near Echo Park. The brainchild of Radiotron was like, okay, you know what? I don't care what barrio you're from. You come from South Bay, you come from San Fernando, you come from San Diego, wherever. There's going to be a place where you could come in. There won't be any alcohol, people set tripping or whatever. and we could network and meet people, and you could flex your muscle as a DJ. It really wasn't a place that people could safely go without getting jumped or jacked, right? Be like, hey, dog, you gotta get out of here because I just got busted on. You know, the thing is, there was a different time. So at that time in the 80s, that was a special place because we didn't have any trouble like that. If you danced and came in peace, we could have made all these really cool people. Matter of fact, what was really cool, I heard Madonna, when Madonna was starting her career, she came from wherever she was to the Radiotron and was there for a while to kind of get the feel of what the music was when she was dating Jelly Bean Benitez. So Ice-T, Egyptian Lover, a lot of the really serious hip hop West Coast people, when they came to Radiotron, they pretty much had a place to flex their muscle and network. By the time the movie happened, like once again, Canon Films did a research of what our subculture was. Where do these people dance? Where do they kind of like, where would Turbo and Ozone battle? That's what we would have battled at the Radiotron. People battled there, and a lot of stuff went under the radar because that was when On and Select TV was out, or you can get the cable channels with the rabbit ears. So that was like back in the day. So the thing is, a lot of people had those Super 8 cameras. A lot of stuff went under the radar. So for them to actually document Radiotron and put it on the screen, it really kind of gave us more West Coast credibility.
Were there any issues with gangs while you guys were filming this? Like filming gang turns?
And you know what? You know what? Because we have respect. They filmed it in East LA, and they realized that was the same streets where they filmed Boulevard Nights. Boulevard Nights was a deep gang movie that showed what was happening in East LA. And the thing is, it's just the way that it was, period. There was no watering it down. That's East LA. And it was, you gotta respect it. So when they came back to Breaking 2, they said, okay, you know what, Turbo and Ozone would be in East LA, but they would be there with respect. And we were doing stuff with the community. It wasn't about us, we were working with the community. Right now it's Casa Camino. The Miracles building is an actual building still here in Boyle Heights, you know, and the thing is, that kind of was symbolic of the disco crowd in Whittier and everything that was happening. Everybody was partying through here. So when it came to the gangs or anybody that was like, you know, that may have had an issue, the producer said, you know what, we're gonna use a car club from this area. And the thing is, I'm not sure which car club they used. I think it was the Imperials. It could have been the Imperials, but they used the car club out of respect. Since they were filming in a neighborhood, they said, you know, we're gonna put the people, they use extras from the neighborhood and they use the car club. So I thought that was very, very noble because, you know, you can't come in somebody's neighborhood and not give something to the people. Yeah. So Breaking 2 was not only filmed in the calles or the streets of Boyle Heights and Whittier and those areas, but the thing is, they actually had real people. Those extras, a lot of people were from all these areas, you know, El Sereno, Lincoln Heights, El Monte. Everybody that heard about that movie came from all the surrounding neighborhoods, you know, so it wasn't really a gang thing, it was a respectful thing for the community.
Someone who did play at Club Radio and is portrayed in the movie. Before we known him as the cop guy on TV, before we knew him as the writer of Colors, Ice-T, man. Ice-T was representing in that movie. Him and Chris the Glove Taylor, who I also have interviewed as well on my channel. Check out some, like, if you haven't checked out my channel, y'all got to check out my channel. I got some dope interviews and I have playlists. So if you want to check out the playlist, everything is pretty much, you know, I have music in one playlist. So all the music interviews I've done is there. I have, you know, interviews with gang members all in one folder. I have interviews with just prison content. So check out my playlists right here on my channel. You just go right there. You just go to videos and then you go to playlists and you're there. But I have some dope interviews, man, like especially with people from this time. Shout out to Chris the Glove Taylor. But yeah, Ice-T was portrayed in that, and you know, he's told his story several times of being part of this classic movie. But yeah, man, Breaking 2 was not as good, and I don't think it did as well at the box office as Breaking 1 did. Yeah, Breaking 1 was pretty darn bad. It was pretty darn bad. But I don't know. I still liked it as a kid. There were scenes that I fast forwarded to, right? I fast forwarded to all the battles. They had a couple of good battles in there, but everything else was like, it was pretty corny to me. It was pretty corny. Oh, they're going to tear down Miracles. Miracles was the place now. I guess it took precedence of Radiotron, but Miracles is a real building, but I don't think it had anything to do with anything that they portrayed in the movie. But it is a real building in LA, and like there are tons of YouTube videos where people go to filming locations of classic movies, and I'm sure you can find it if you really want to go see where Miracles is. I don't know why you want to, but if you want to go see where Miracles is in LA, go check it out. It's probably filled, knowing LA is probably filled up with a bunch of homeless people right now, unfortunately. Unhoused, right? Is that what we're supposed to call them now? I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up. But anyway, comment down below. What do you think about Breaking 1 and Breaking 2? And what are some of your memories of 1984? I see it as a great year. It was fun. I think the economy was booming. I don't know. But then there was a lot of stuff going on in the hood, because like that's when there was a lot going on, like the gangs and the crack and all that. Yeah, it was a good year for some, probably not a good year for others. I remember we had the Olympics in LA. That's one thing I remember especially was the 1984 Olympics, especially because they did one of the events, the swimming event, at a pool in Long Beach that I used to go to. So I thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, enough of me. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. But before I go, I'm gonna ask you to hit that like button. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. And if this is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear, please do hit that subscribe button. If you are a true supporter, please subscribe to me on Rumble. Rumble is an app. All you have to do is download it on your phone. Rumble, RUMBLE, and subscribe to Dusty Vision TV. It's all one word, Dusty Vision TV, all one word. Subscribe to me on Rumble. I'm really trying to build that arena over there, because I would love, in a perfect world, to take all of you over to Rumble. So Dusty Vision TV on Rumble, all one word. But wait, there's more. If you're on Instagram, I know you're all on Instagram, follow me, Dusty Vision Radio on Instagram. And if you are an old fogey like myself, I am on Facebook, and I have a pretty poppin' Facebook group, and I post there pretty often. You can check that out, Dusty Vision TV on Facebook. And lastly, I know this is a lot of shit, and I know you probably already tuned out by now, but I'm gonna ask you to subscribe to my second channel right here on YouTube. It's Dusty Vision Radio on YouTube. I'm at almost 3,000 subscribers, and I'm really trying to build that as well. I got a lot of platforms, guys. All you have to do is ask your Alexa or your Siri to play the latest episode of Dusty Vision Radio, and I'll pop up. So there's no reason why you don't listen to my show. But I do appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.